Welcome, everyone, to Guest Adventures, where everyone is a guest, including me. Today's adventure, Atlantic Coastline Railroad Museum.
It connected with two other already completed railroads to Portsmouth and Petersburg, Virginia. During the second half of the 19th century, railroads were growing by leaps and bounds across the United States. 6 railroads were headquartered in Wilmington, heading out in all directions. In 1900, those 6 railroads and others were merged to form the Atlantic Coastline Railroad, or ACL, which eventually ran through Virginia, North and South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. During the 2 World Wars and the Great Depression, the ACL continued to prosper and made Wilmington one of the great railroad cities in the country, due in no small part to its longtime president, Champion Davis.
The museum is full of artifacts, memorabilia, and information on the Atlantic Coastline Railroad and all the various railroads that merged together to create the Atlantic Coastline Railroad. Once you enter the museum, there's a small theater playing that movie that you saw a brief snippet of, which is a history of the Atlantic Coastline Railroad. The museum features many professionally built model railroads. There's a small one in the lobby or in the main section of the museum, which we'll take a look at. The middle section has a Lionel train, and the rear section has a very large, very detailed HO train with a small N-scale train built at the side. In a moment, we'll take a look at all the various model railroads. But let's first take a look around the main portion of the museum. This is a small HO layout that's in the main portion of the museum. It's a very detailed HO layout. Also features some very unique train cars, we'll see in a moment, that are the museum's name on the actual train car, something that they sold as a fundraiser.
Well, there's a stop right outside on the street here. However, I just had some folks walk out and maybe will get your question. But it might not be. I don't think. Sure. Yeah, they're supposed to stop here as part of their route, but I honestly couldn't say whether they're running or not. We don't get updates from them, but
Okay.
Now we're going to take a look at some of the Lionel trains and the Lionel layout, which is also a very detailed layout in the museum. Now we're going to head towards the back of the museum, where you can see the HO train, the large one, and the very small N-scale railroad right there on the top. All right, let's take an in-depth look at this amazing HO railroad. I hope you enjoyed this look around this amazing model railroad. The level of detail, the weathering of the railroad cars and the engines and the scenery. It's an amazing model railroad.
I don't know, they built a division around the display and quit and she's gone to California by then. I actually applied to
I, of course, would recommend you taking a trip to the Wilmington Museum, the Atlantic Coastline Railroad Museum. It's very interesting. The railroads are very detailed, interesting to look at. I mean, seriously, after all, who doesn't love a train? Let's take a look outside the museum at the Atlantic Coastline's steam engine number 250. Hey everyone, this is Peter. Thank you for watching this episode of Guest Adventures, where everybody's a guest, including me. I'd appreciate it if you'd give this video a thumbs up and share it so other people can see it. And by all means, please subscribe. And thank you again for watching Guest Adventures, and I'll see you on the next adventure.